last week, or maybe it was a couple weeks ago, I don't completely remember. I did my BlizzCon news about Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone, and more specifically, I during the Hearthstone one, I mentioned I have a little issue with Hearthstone. I mean, it's not really an issue. It's just I don't know, just something that kind of rubs me the wrong way when I play it. So, as we all know, Hearthstone is at this point, very loosely based on WoW. You see a lot of the same, characters that you would see in WoW, and classes and spells and everything. But what bugs me the most is WoW is already kind of a cartoony kind of MMO in a way. Like with WoW, I feel like it has the right balance between serious and cartoony. While, say, Hearthstone, their implementation of that art is maybe a little bit too cartoony. I guess the best example would be, One Night in Karazhan, where it's just, let's take Karazhan and make it a disco. And I don't know, it was fun. The adventure was fun. The cards are fun. It just kind of bugged me that it wasn't more true to Karazhan in game. That's one thing that kind of bugged me. Like, one of the adventures that I feel like kind of struck kind of a good balance between the two really would have been one of the first two, the Naxxramas and Black Rock Mountain. I felt like kind of struck that balance of fun cartoony and yet still serious and true to the source material. You had Anax, you had Kel'Thuzad, making jokes and references to stuff, in between matches or during your match against one of the bosses. While, Karazhan was just... it just felt weird. And I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. Not to say I'm gonna stop playing Hearthstone anytime soon. I still love playing Hearthstone. I felt like the same thing is kind of happening with what's the expansion being called? The Gadgetzan one. I don't know, that kind of is what really rubbed me the wrong way too. It's just more cartoony versions of what we already have. And like I said, I know WoW is already a cartoony kind of MMO, but like I said, I feel like WoW has a good balance between the two, between being being serious and being cartoony, while Hearthstone kind of what way the hell out to the cartoony land. And I want something that's a little bit closer to having that balance of cartoony and serious. a lot of the early, the classic packs, all those cards are kind of that nice, in balance, and then they just kind of went cartoony from there. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm trying to think. The first, what's the first pack? No, the first thing was the Adventure Nax Ramus, which once again that was more. That was more, in between, and struck that balance with the cards in that adventure. And then I think we went to Goblins versus Gnomes. I think that was the first expansion. Yes, no, maybe. I feel like that was. And for that, I didn't mind it being, kind of weird and cartoony because it was based on, goblins and gnomes, and those are the most cartoony races, and wow, and it works for them. But then they went to, what was after that? I think Black Rock Mountain came after that, or maybe it was Trial of the Crusader. I don't quite remember. I want to say it was Black Rock Mountain, and that was, the cards in that were once again that balance of, cartoony and serious. They struck that balance well. And then we went to Trial of the Crusader, which could have also have had that balance, but I feel like they went a little bit. They started going a little bit too cartoony with some of those cards. And then what was after that? I think after that was Explorers League, which, yeah, they went too cartoony with that as well. And it just kind of went from there, because after that we got, what was it? After that we got Old Gods. And I feel like a lot of the old Gods stuff was kind of cartoony, and I don't know. It's really what I'm kind of more mad. It's what I'm trying to bring up is that I think for a while now we've been wanting like a Ice Crown Citadel, adventure for Hearthstone, and the way they're going with a lot of these expansions and the adventures, I'm not even sure I really want it, because I don't want a cartoony Ice Crown Citadel. I don't want One Night in ICC, and I feel like at this point that's what we would get. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Let me know in the comments how you feel about Hearthstone. And until next time, bye.